Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Miriam, and as you see, I'm going to tell you something about Wageningen University doing research in Kenya about the eco-friendly way to control malaria at an island in Kenya. Oh, it's. Oh, I made a perfectly nice background with all kind of meh. Why? Doesn't it work? You can open it here, right? Hmm. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So, as I said, an eco-friendly way to control malaria at an island in Kenya. First, I'm going to tell you something about my learning goals. Then I'm going to give a brief introduction about the topic. Then I'm going to tell you something about what malaria exactly is. After that, I will tell you something about the actual project of Wageningen University. Then about the goals of the project, and as a conclusion, I will give you some information about the current situation at the island in Kenya. So my learning goals are: I feel more comfortable when presenting by preparing properly. And my second goal is I present in a clear and structured way, and I'm doing this by making a clear structure beforehand, and also talking in a relaxed way and taking time to breathe. So, the introduction. Well, malaria is a big problem in the world. Every 30 seconds, one child dies because of malaria. So definitely something has to be done about it. That's where Wageningen University comes in, because they have started up a project at the island of Rusinga in Kenya to control malaria, especially by killing the mosquitoes who cause malaria. And hopefully this is done to achieve the goal of the World Health Organization to completely eradicate malaria by the year of 2050. So what is malaria? I think you all heard about it, but malaria is caused by a parasite called Plasmodium. And as you see here, you have the parasite, and the mosquito can get infected by it. And when it bites a human being, the parasite can be injected into the human being, and it transfers to the liver and to the bloodstream, where it replicates. And when another mosquito then bites the infected human again, it also gets infected by the parasite. And when this mosquito then bites another human being, this second person will also get infected. So this is how this disease spreads. The mosquitoes find their victims by the odor, so by the smell of the people. And malaria causes fever, and in many cases even death, so it's a terrible disease. And until currently, insecticides were used to kill the mosquitoes, but they notice more and more that the mosquitoes get resistant to the insecticides, so there has to be found another way to control malaria. This is where Wageningen University comes in. Since 2012, Wageningen University has been setting over 4,000 traps at the island of Rusinga in Lake Victoria in Kenya, as you can see here. So the traps are installed in all households living at the island. The traps works as follows. There's a smell, a kind of odor in the trap. That is 2 to 3 times as strong as the natural odor of a human being. So it attracts the mosquitoes 2 to 3 times as much as a natural person. And when the mosquito gets stuck in the trap, fungi will kill the mosquito and the mosquito will die. There's actually one problem about this, because the trap needs electricity to work, or at least an energy source, but there's no electricity network at the island. So they have found a way by solar panels to make the trap work. And this is actually also beneficial for other purposes, because the solar panels also serve as a source of light and as, for example, a source of charging your mobile phones. So it's double beneficial. Well, the goals of Wageningen University are to check the effectivity of the traps, because they work in a laboratory, but is it actually functioning also in a natural environment. And of course, one goal is to reduce the mosquito population. And they also have the goal as to check how many mosquitoes have to be catched to reduce the amount of infections of malaria. Because of course mosquitoes are also needed in an ecosystem, so it's a bit strange to kill all the mosquitoes, but of course we have to get rid of malaria, so they want to find some kind of balance. And the overarching goal is, of course, to reduce the spreading of malaria by killing the mosquitoes and making therefore malaria controllable in a sustainable way. Well, the current situation, because I said that the traps have been installed since 2012, so actually some benefits can already be seen. Clinics have already been reporting fewer cases of malaria, so that's a good thing. And teachers at school are also reporting better performances of children at school. And they think this is because they are less sick, they suffer less of malaria, but it's also an important cause that the children have more time to study, because they actually have a light source in the evening, whether they didn't have it before. So they can study now more often and they are performing better at school. So again, double beneficial, so it's a good thing. And the project is now, researchers are starting to go away at the island. So the researchers wanted to give the ownership of the project to the local community, because they want to persist the project after they are gone. So that's also one thing that is being done right now. Well, hopefully by this project the mosquito population at the island of Rusinga can be, hopefully by this project of Wageningen University, malaria can be eradicated from the island of Rusinga, and hopefully at the rest, later on in the rest of the world, in a sustainable way that is also beneficial for other aspects of local communities. So does anyone have any questions about this topic?